Man, this book should be titled Racism and Empire, because that's what this next whole next section is. So I got done reading Bailey World, um, basically right after I did my video about the Solaria stuff. So we're going to talk about Bailey World here. And in this section, it's super duper. Uh, People don't like each other because of where they're born. And, little tiny things. Now, the interesting part of this is our main character, Gladia. How do you pronounce that? Is it Gladia? Gladia? Whatever. She went from being like full on, weird spacer stuff, not being the kind of person that likes other people, but she went into being the kind of person who likes other people. When they get to Bailey World, she's feted, feted, whatever that word is. I guess it's feted. I've never actually heard that word pronounced, have I? Feted, that word? Well, whatever. They throw parties and a celebration and stuff in her honor. She's a hero. She's the hero of Bailey World, along with Mr. Daniil Giscard himself. And so she gets up there in front of all those people, and she has to give a speech. She's super nervous. She's never been in front of that many people before. She's never been in front of a whole giant crowd of people. That's something completely foreign to her. And so you got the Bailey Worlders being all like, oh, we hate spacers because they're spacers and they live too long and yada, yada, yada. She even gets hit by somebody in the audience who wants to start a war. Well, her response to all this is, hey, why do we let these artificial divisions divide who we are? Aren't we all just people? You hate robots. And yet, I'm sure in Elijah Bailey's biography, it says Daniil and Giscard. You use those names over and over again. And who's on the stage with me? Who were we trying to hide from your view? Daniil and Giscard. Who got to see Elijah Bailey when he was going to die? Daniil. Like, she's just hammering home, look, we're all just people. Maybe we should just treat each other like people. Meanwhile, literally every other character, including Daniil Giscard Bailey, the guy who runs the planet, everybody else is all like, we hate spacers because spacers are spacers. Which I get it. I understand where they're coming from, man, because in the history of this setting, the spacers kind of rolled in and oppressed Earth people for a couple hundred years or tens of decades. However you like to put it. Man, I'm never going to get used to them measuring time in decades. It seems weird. It seems weird that the settlers who don't live for 400 years do it too. Like, I don't know, I don't understand how these two apparently divergent cultures have settled on using decades as the measuring point for lifespan. It's weird, but it's what's going on. So that whole section was interesting. Not a lot physically happened in the whole Bailey World section, and I'm currently in the middle of some stuff on back on Aurora. What is the next section called? Oh, it's just called Aurora again. Yeah, I'm in the middle of this somewhere. I think I just finished 11 and I'm on 12. So, I don't know. I hit Solaria and this book just sped up and it got a whole lot more interesting. And this section was a lot more interesting, but man, there's a lot of racism built into societies in this book. And it's kind of wild. So I'm wondering, I'm wondering, is the overarching point of this going to be some kind of unification? Because this book is very much written with the idea that the settlers are right and the spacers are wrong. And I don't know how you go from that to what Gladia is saying, where it's like, hey, let's all just be human together. Kind of weird. For a society where people go into space and then they get all genetically weird and stuff, I kind of liked. was it Crest of the Stars? How the Ob were humans that went into space and genetically modified themselves to live in space. They're way more spacery than the spacers are. Anyway, you all take care of yourselves. Just some more robots and empire thoughts. Have a good one. Hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.